So today we're checking out the Streamlight TLR-1s. Now the S stands for strobe, meaning, well, this particular light has a strobe function built into it. The light, this is on a Glock 22, and as you can see the light comes out just a little bit past the end of the barrel. Not much of a problem for that. However, when I installed this on my Glock 23, quite a bit of difference there, and you can tell that over time you're going to have quite a bit of powder and heat coming out of the end of that muzzle that's going to wear and tear down on the top of your light. I don't think I'd use this on anything shorter than something like this. Full frame auto is good. Something as far as compact or subcompacts, I just don't think I'd use it. As far as the switch itself goes, it's pretty easy. I mean, you can either reach up here and hit it with your thumb, which isn't really the most natural thing to do, or your index finger falls right here. So it's real quick and easy. Hit the switch, lights on, you're right on your trigger. Now, to activate the strobe, this is where it gets a little tricky. You have 0.4 seconds going from having the light on a solid beam to going to strobe, so you have to do it rather quickly. It's something I found that I haven't been able to master when, you know, the gun's up there normally. There you go. It takes a couple times. Doesn't hit the strobe every time. Using the tip of my finger, I do have it works a little bit better that way. I've also had some luck experimenting, reaching forward with my thumb and just tapping it down a couple times quickly like that. Again, not the perfect system as far as going to strobe. I'm spending more time trying to figure out how to make the strobe function than worrying about whatever target may be, you know, coming into view. I've been experimenting with this light on a few different guns for a little over 5 months now, trying to get used to the switch, and figuring, you know, maybe it's just me, learning curve, something like that. And although that still could be the case, I'm just not finding it coming on 100% of the time. Again, using the tip of my finger more often, but if somebody's coming through my door, the last thing I'm thinking is, oh, instead of using my, you know, where that finger naturally lands, I've got to pull back, use the tip, and then come back to the trigger. As far as the strobe feature goes, I'd probably go without it. Just go with the full on. As far as waterproof goes, they do claim that it's waterproof up to, I think it's 1 meter for 30 minutes. What I did is I turned the light on, I tossed it into the bottom, or not even the bottom, but tossed it into the pool in a shallow area. Sat down and watched the movie. So, you know, hour and a half, give or take later, I go out there. Light's still on, but it was at a little bit deeper section of the pool, probably about 5 feet. Went ahead and left it there. About another hour or so, and finally it went out. Fished it out of the pool, dried it out overnight, opened up the battery compartment, didn't see any leaks, everything looked good. Dropped a couple new batteries in, came right back on. So obviously we just ran the battery dead, but as far as you know, waterproof issues, well beyond the 30 minutes and over the 1 meter that they suggest. The Streamlight TLR-1s retails for right around $100. There are some additional accessories you can get for it, such as tape switches, so if you're going to mount it on a rifle of any sort, shotguns, anything like that, you might want to look into those options. However, to do that, you also have to replace the the battery door. To take this on and off is pretty easy. You just loosen the screw. This is held in by its tension spring. Once you've got that loosened, press that in, you can pull right off. To get into the battery compartment does get a little tricky. They don't give you any information on this in the instruction manual, so it's a little bit of trial and error. I found it is pretty easy though. Once you figure it out, you simply have to pull up on that, push it forward, and then that releases the battery compartment door. Pull up here, you spring open, batteries in and out. To put it back, you start by pushing and putting the bottom part in, and then just pulling that forward again until it snaps and you're good. First time I did it, I wasn't sure. I'm pulling on this, I'm like, should I be doing that or not? Didn't know if it was going to break, but that is how it works, and it does work pretty well. So that's pretty much it. TLR-1s by Streamlight. Pretty good, solid light, compact, great price point on it, and I'd say if you're looking for something for home defense to mount on your shotgun or handgun, it's probably a pretty good way to go.